painstakingly delicate brushwork, and a strange tension between two people who look as if they might speak at any moment. A luxurious fur coat, a magnificent chandelier, and even a charming little dog at their feet. This painting seems to capture the vibrant 15th century city of Bruges, Belgium, in all its glory. At first glance, it appears to be a peaceful and happy wedding portrait of a young couple. However, behind this perfect opulence lies a bizarre mystery that has remained unsolved for over 600 years. This is a masterpiece by Jan van Eyck, the wizard of oil painting, and one of the most controversial enigmas in Western art history, the Arnolfini Portrait. Is this a record of a blessed wedding or a foreshadowing of a cold, hidden truth? Let's dive into the hidden details. This is the home of Giovanni Arnolfini, the most successful Italian merchant in Bruges at the time. Under the streaming sunlight, he is just now welcoming his bride, Giovanna Ciannami. Look at the coarse texture of the intricately woven straw hat on the man's head. The silver cuffs peeking from his sleeves reveal a wealth that is subtle yet profound. The woman's green velvet gown is lined with the white belly fur of squirrels, the pinnacle of luxury, achievable only by sacrificing thousands of squirrels. And look at the objects filling the room. Light passing through the stained glass illuminates the fresh oranges on the windowsill. This rare fruit brought from the Mediterranean symbolizes the family's immense wealth. The intricate rug on the floor was a high-priced item meant for display on walls, not for treading upon, yet here they stand boldly upon it. Everything looks like a perfect fairy tale wedding. This painting is a monument to the ultimate luxury and the happy unions of the 15th century northern world. Hands gently joined, and a dog wagging its tail at their feet as if to bless them. For centuries, people have celebrated the birth of a perfect couple while looking at this painting. However, have you noticed the strange dissonance hidden within this perfect silence? Look out the window again. It is early summer, with cherries ripening in red. Then why is the couple wearing fur coats and heavy velvet gowns thick enough to make them sweat? And why are they standing barefoot in this lavish room? The man's crude wooden clogs lie on the floor, while the woman's red slippers are cast aside near the sofa in the back. This strange mystery reaches its peak with the ornate inscription in the center of the wall. Johannes de Eyck fuit hier, 1434, a record stating that the painter Jan van Eyck was here in 1434. Most painters write, "I painted this," but he uniquely emphasizes that he was a witness to this very scene. What was he witnessing? Look inside the convex mirror. Beyond the backs of the couple, two men stand in the doorway. One is the painter himself in blue, and beside him stands another mysterious witness. This mirror expands the space, pulling the real world we stand in into the painting. Because of this mirror, this couple has become known as the couple with the most guests in art history. Then, in 1991, a document was discovered that shattered this wedding illusion. The real Giovanni Arnolfini didn't actually marry until 1447. That is 13 years after this painting was finished, and 6 years after the painter Van Eyck had already passed away. If so, who is the woman in this painting? Scholars turned their attention to another member of the Arnolfini family, the cousin Giovanni di Niccolao Arnolfini, and the woman standing beside him is believed to be his first wife, Costanza Trenta. This is where the tragedy begins. She passed away in 1433, just 1 year before this painting was dated, reportedly during childbirth. With this in mind, look at the painting again. The ambiance of the prosperous room now transforms into a vast space of mourning. Take another close look at the woman's attire. This heavy gown, lined with the fur of 2,000 squirrels, is more than just a symbol of wealth. In Northern Europe at that time, there was a custom of dressing the deceased in their most precious and splendid clothing for their final rest. This explains why she wears heavy winter velvet in the height of summer, because this is not a snapshot of a real moment, but a posthumous portrait capturing the final tribute to the deceased. Look at her hands. She is pulling the heavy train of her dress forward, gathering it voluminously at her waist. Many people misinterpret this gesture as a sign that she was pregnant. However, this was a common way for noble women in Bruges to flaunt their wealth, gathering the fabric forward to show off the sheer weight and quantity of the expensive velvet they could afford. At the same time, this thick fold of fabric adds a tragic layer to the story. For the woman who died giving birth, the painter may have gifted her the silhouette of motherhood she so desperately desired through the volume of the cloth. The husband's longing to fill that void, even with the finest velvet, lingers at her fingertips. Look at the chandelier above their heads. A single candle burns brightly on the husband's side, radiating the light of life. But on the woman's side, the candle holder is empty. If you look closely, only a faint trace of burnt wax remains. It signifies a life that has already flickered out. Look at the 12 tiny medallions embedded in the mirror's frame. These scenes depicting the Passion of Christ are precisely divided. Medallions on the husband's side show Christ's life and teachings, but the medallions on the wife's side depict only Christ's death and resurrection. The painter precisely separated the realms of the living and the dead. The dog, which seemed cute moments ago, now appears as a guardian guiding her soul to the afterlife. Just behind the woman's hand, a carving of Saint Margaret, the patron saint of childbirth, on the bedpost serves as a haunting reminder of the labor that took her life. The small broom hanging nearby represents her domestic duties, but now it hangs idle, representing a life that has come to a standstill. Van Eyck even divided the structure of the room into the boundaries of life and death. The window on the husband's side opens to the outside world, signifying a man's duty, while the red bed on the wife's side serves as her final resting place, a nod to the custom of the time, where the deceased were laid out in their chambers. Look at the glass rosary beads hanging on the wall. See how the light passes through and reflects off the glass. Through the innovation of oil painting, Van Eyck captured not just the texture of objects, but the divinity hidden behind them. He even abandoned scientific perspective. He intentionally set different vanishing points for the floor, ceiling, and windows so that we could see every symbolic object and the fine wood-carved details in perfect clarity. Consequently, the couple stands before us with a monumental presence that defies the actual logic of the room. It is a perfect reconstruction possible only within memory. Jan van Eyck was an alchemist of light. From the light touching every strand of the dog's fur to every grain of wood on the wall, he captured light through oil painting, and with that light, he eternally preserved a man's memory and a woman's death. Look in the mirror once more. The painter, the mysterious assistant, and even you, centuries later. He didn't just paint a portrait. He engraved the crumbling heart of a man who lost his beloved and their final vow that even death could not sever onto this small wooden panel forever. What do you see now? Is it the lavish wedding of a Bruges merchant, or is it a heartbreaking farewell letter to a departed wife that has lasted 600 years? We still stand in that doorway, witnesses to the most exquisite and beautiful mystery Jan van Eyck ever left behind.